I think he's been a pillar of model citizenship and outstanding leaderships in sport for everybody that he's ever come in contact with. And I respect him immensely, but he's somebody who everyone who had a son or everyone who had a relative and would want them to grow up to be like someone, you could say, like Steve Konchalski. There's just nothing bad to say about the man.
Steve has constantly shunned personal glory for the benefit of the team. During each of the 3 national championship celebrations on Halifax Metro Centre's court in 1993, 2000, and 2001, he was seen near the bench while his players whooped and hollered amid ecstatic fans at center court. It was his moment as much as theirs, but that isn't Coach K's way. He let them revel in the glory. Tonight, though, it is Steve's time in the spotlight. A man who never thought he'd be the dean of Atlantic University basketball coaches when he moved to Antigonish in 1975, but who holds that mantle. A man who has turned out student athletes by the hundreds during his 32 years, turning kids into men, as athletes and as people, from all across Canada, the U.S., and even Africa. A man who, despite all of those nights at the gym and on the road, holds family above all, and you can confirm that by asking his wife, Charlene, and children, Chris, Julianne, and Maria. Steve Konchalski is a come-from-away who stayed, like so many other athletes who were recruited to study and play a sport at a local university, and fell in love with the region. And Nova Scotia is the better for that decision by Coach K. Here is the newest builder to the Nova Scotia Sport Hall of Fame, Steve Konchalski. Nice stuff, Coach. Good stuff, man. Yep. To present the certificates is Leo McPherson, the athletic director at St. Francis Xavier University, and the pin, a former player with Steve and the X-Men, now vice principal at Citadel High School in Halifax, Wade Smith. I should mention, Don, am I right in saying the NHL gave you the week off so you could be here tonight and enjoy this? Right? Yes, indeed. And Coach, you actually, are you missing a game tonight?
I'm missing a game. It's killing me.
Anybody got a score for the coach? You want to phone it in? Just tell us where you're off to tomorrow.
6:30 tomorrow morning. I'll be on an Air Canada flight to Ottawa. Our team is playing in Ottawa University. Actually, the Jack Donahue Memorial Tournament at Ottawa University. So obviously that means an awful lot. But nothing means more to me than to be here in my home province receiving this award here tonight.
Yeah, indeed. It's neat that that guys like Mickey Fox and Galina and Doc Ryan and others, you especially, you came here at one point, and obviously something about this province, this culture, grabbed you and kept you. And can you ever put that into words, what it was and why you've stayed?
Well, when Stu Aberdeen came down to New York, and you know, I first told him I wasn't going to come up here, and he wouldn't accept no for an answer. He came back down to New York, and what amazes me now is that how my parents, you know, at that time, Nova Scotia, we had to look at the map to find out where it was, and I grew up and I went to Catholic schools all through my career, and here was this man coming in wanting me to go to a Baptist school in another country, and he talked me into it, but he was a tremendous coach, a tremendous motivator, and he changed my life by bringing myself and, as you mentioned, many other people, Brian Heaney and several others up here, and I just felt at home in Nova Scotia. And even when I left after I graduated and went to Montreal for a while, I always knew I'd be back here, you know, because of the people, number one, and because of the way university sport is respected in this area. And I said, this is where I want to coach, and these are the people I want to be around. This is where I want to live my life. And when I came to St. FX, and the late Father George Keogh hired me as basketball coach, he said to me, Steve, he said, I'd like you to come here, and he said, I have a plan for you. He says, you're going to marry a local girl, and you're going to stay here and make this a career. And I was a pretty good employee because I followed his instructions perfectly.
You could have retired 10, 15 years ago and still been considered one of the greatest basketball coaches, college coaches in the history of this country. Now it's year 32, and you keep coming back year after year, and something obviously is in your gut that says, keep coming back. And what is that?
Well, I love the excitement of the game, but I also love working with young people and giving them the opportunity that I had when I was their age to do something with my life, both in educationally, and you can teach so much through sport. You know, it not only teaches character, it reveals character, and you know, that's really what's kept me in the coaching profession. And the other thing is, my wife Charlene doesn't want me sitting around the house. She knows I'll be the worst retiree in the world. So my hobby is basketball, my passion is basketball, and that's what I'm hoping to keep on doing, God willing.
Yeah. Go for years. We all love you. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Bruce.
Steve Konchalski, ladies and gentlemen.